It's the Luke and Pete Show. I'm Pete Donaldson, joined by Mr. Luke Moore. I'd like to start the show with some corrections, some clarifications.
Good. Well, always good.
The production team here at Stack, it's Bruno, did put in the running order for this show that not, and I quote, not seeing an awful lot about intact suicide bomber bums online. So we'd like to set the story straight.
No, Bruno, not me. Don't we?
I mean, to be fair, Bruno did spend a gap year with ISIS, so we do appreciate his input on that one. We're back with Luke and Pete Show on a Thursday.
I love this. Bruno, I think Bruno I know for a fact Bruno went to the University of Cambridge.
Yeah.
And did really well. Gap year at ISIS. That's what he's getting at his employment. That's the write-up he's getting.
Yeah, exactly. Gap year at ISIS.
What did he do at ISIS for a year, Pete?
Yeah. What did he do?
Was he in charge of? What was his responsibility when he was over there?
Short order chef.
Yeah.
He would cook beef burgers, soup, nothing more complicated than that, though.
I don't think they were eating beef burgers.
It's a good point, actually. No, they can eat beef burgers.
They might have been, but
they might have been.
That's a really good question, though, isn't it? I often think that, in these kind of murderous, really holy caliphate regimes, what are they doing day to day? I know we get the highlights, we get the kind of the call to prayer, we get the kind of the medieval punishments.
The fellas on the monkey bars and Shane Gillis.
Yeah, and we get the ride on the bus. One of the parts of it that
Toyota's an mounted gun.
That looks good.
Toyota's an mounted gun.
That does look fucking good fun, right? But what are they doing day to day? Because everything is probably not allowed. So all I'm getting at is if someone took away my TV, all my books, and my phone, what am I doing? I'm basically just eating. I'm the size of a fucking house.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm sort of thinking, what's the? But then gluttony's probably haram as well, isn't it? I guess. What? I don't think there's a single part of my life that is in any way compatible with religious fundamentalism. I really don't. I really don't think it is.
Yeah, which makes sense because you obviously look like a National Socialist, so it makes perfect sense, really.
I guess so.
But I think if you were going to go any way, you'd probably go proper, fundamental kind of Christian nationalist.
Yeah, well, that's how that
crypto-fascist, dressed up as a Christian nationalist.
Well, yeah, I mean the Trump aping, the sort of MAGA Trump aping right wingers in this country, that the Tommy Robinson's lot, they're kind of skewing towards the whole religious cross stuff, aren't they? They're sort of trying to.
But is that just because they think it gets them where they want to get to?
Yeah, I think it is. I don't think they of course don't believe. I mean, on the first day, the Lord created cocaine. It's not. It's. I don't think it's part of their plan. But you sort of think that I just don't think it's part of our psyche in the year of our Lord 2026. I just don't think we have that same connection with being a wrong and being a Christian fundamentalist personally.
No, I find it interesting. Speaking of that, that kind of unite the right thing.
Yeah,
it was the other day at the time of recording.
Great music, great tunes. Great music, great tunes, great performances all around.
The music was. That's the thing. It was so bad. You can't make excuses for that. You must be able to find one right wing person that can fucking sing.
But it's just funny. Doing? I just love how
Phil Collins.
But none of them aren't most rockers right wing by the end of it. Get one of it wasn't.
Roger Daltrey is.
Daltrey, yeah.
But the thing is, the thing is though, Pete, you're missing a vital point of this though. I'm not looking to besmirch the let's be honest, average reputation of Phil Collins, Sting, or Roger Daltrey.
Yeah.
But the reality is, the big missing ingredient for these kind of guys, because the guy who was doing the singing that got a load of pelters was a guy called Ricky Doolan, right?
The bloke who looks like Ian Watkins.
Kind of,
Lost Prophets.
But Sting, Phil Collinses, and Roger Daltrey's of this world, they've made their dough, haven't they? They're above politics. Roger Daltrey will go and he will announce a 50-year anniversary of fucking Tommy or whatever, and oh yeah, we're going to do some shows, there's a new fucking CD coming out, whatever, and then someone will ask him and they'll go, yeah, well, Brexit, we're better off out of it, right? He'll just do that. He doesn't need to get involved in it wholesale. No. He's made his dough. He's living in some massive mansion down in Sussex. He don't give a fuck, right? No. So that's why you're not getting those guys there, right? And then you're just scraping the bottom of the barrel of the people who haven't made any money because they think, oh, well, I might sell a few records or I might get paid a few quid, and they've got no choice but to do it. But the one thing I wanted to say about that Unite the Right thing, because I got caught up in the first one it was in sort of September-ish time.
Yeah.
I was coming back, it was on a Saturday, I was coming back from doing fighting talk in town, and I had to cycle back down south, and I couldn't get through the crowd of people. I just had to sit there and wait. And the one thing that was interesting about that one was that there was quite a lot of quote-unquote normal-looking people who were just up in London for the day, right? Yeah. They certainly, I mean, I think if you had spoken to any of the kind of older couples, they wouldn't have espoused the views of a Tommy Robinson or of a one of those fucking wrong uns, right? That's not to excuse it, but I'm just saying that's my experience. If you look at the one that just happened, did you see all the different subjects of flags that were on the march?
No, I didn't know.
So there was like stop the boats, that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
There was like anti-COVID stuff. There was Iranian regime stuff. There was pro-Trump stuff. Yeah, there was loads and loads of disparate views.
Yeah,
and it made me think that when they say that the reason that in the West kind of revolutions don't happen as much is because there's no single unifying subject for people to get behind. It's like Adam Curtis talks about it a lot in a lot of his work, like the idea that like communism or religion or fascism, whatever it may be, it's a unifying idea that people unite behind. You just don't get that now.
But do you think that, but also do you think that they're kind of, they've got all the money in the world, but everyone's A, on the steel in the organisations, B, they're just fracturing, aren't they, I suppose? They're just kind of
pretty sure the Nazis were on the steel as well, mate.
They were doing properly. They were doing it properly with the old.
But what I mean is, I guess if you happened upon a Nuremberg rally, right, and you started asking people why they were there, the answer would broadly be the same. If you go, I'm not comparing I'm not comparing that to what that Unite the Right March was. Obviously, I don't think it's as severe as that. That would be wrong of me to say that. But my point just being, great big political movements unify behind a singular idea for the most part. And if you went to the Unite the Right thing and asked 15 different people at different stages of that march why they were there, you might well get 10 different answers. Yeah,
but I mean, Nuremberg would have been 6 million employed, the diktat, First World War. Like, there'd be a million different grievances. Do you know what I mean? There were a million different factions inside that. Yeah,
these things aren't linked. There's nothing that links being a supporter of Trump, wanting to stop the boats, supporting like the regime in Iran, and COVID restrictions, which were by over 6 years ago. But
that's just like internet madness, though, isn't it? That's
people just tacking on to anything that they.
Anything that they perceive to be anti-establishment, isn't it? That's the only.
I think that's probably the one thing. Yeah.
It's
I'm not trying to explain it. I'm just saying it's a weird observation. Yeah. You could see it in the BBC coverage of it when there's someone reporting from it. You could see the stuff that was going past.
Yeah.
There was no kind of unifying kind of placard or poster or anything.
Yeah. Hey, just look in the left hand of every person, every man, every fighting age man that's in that crowd, though. Stellas. United by their love of cans. Come on.
And taking a piss in public.
And taking a piss in public, yeah.
But like it's just quite a weird concept. Like
Enoch Powell's Rivers of Piss.
Yeah. But if you were to watch so about 15 years ago I said to you, there's a march happening in London, you should go and look at it, and you watched it, and it was like an Israel flag, then an Iran flag, then a big homemade placard of a COVID injection, and then
it's like an opening ceremony,
a hat with Donald Trump on it. It's like, what is this? This is an absolute fucking. This is like a round of shooting stars. Like,
it's a bad time from above. It's a bad time.
What's the odd one out? And have I got news for you? It doesn't make any sense.
That guy's got a pro-Keir Starmer flag. That's confusing.
That would never happen.
That's confused. That confused things.
That's the one thing that has kind of united people, isn't it?
Yeah, their hatred of quite a dull. Yeah, quite a dull man. Like, it's a weirdly kind of like he doesn't he's not really. He must be bemused and confused about the hatred, the doorstep hatred of the nation, because he's quite a grey, pale man.
He has never elicited that kind of strength of reaction in his life before he became Prime Minister. Like, no way. There's no way.
Confused.
He's not come out of an argument, a love-making session, a football match, anything where he's got any kind of response like that. It must be as much of a surprise to him as anyone. He's he's literally the most unpopular Prime Minister in the history of this country, and he's done precisely nothing towards
to
it.
Deserve it. Apart from some slightly, mealy-mouthed
he's polling worse than Margaret Thatcher was the week after the poll tax riot, and he's done nothing.
Amazing.
It's just bonkers. It's absolutely bananas what's going on.
Yeah, he must be.
Did you watch that Andy Burnham video? That was a good video, wasn't it?
Well, it was him. We drove to have a run, and people were just like, the people who've never run in their lives went, look, he drove to have a run, liar. It's like, no, he's driving somewhere else nicer to have a run.
He's run lots of marathons. Running like several marathons. It's just stupid. It's a stupid line of attack. But no, the video he did is about 3 or 4 minutes long, announcing why he was going to stand in the by-election at Makersfield.
Right, okay,
set to the music of One Day Like This by Elbow, followed by Some Might Say by Oasis, and loads of normal people in the street coming up to him, and him being able to have a normal interaction with a normal human being. Right, okay.
It's good. This. I'm not a.
It's apparently what it takes now.
Not a robot. Yeah. It's all a bit of a shame, isn't it?
But someone would come over and go, if you can do for the country what you've done for Manchester, I'll be right behind you. And he's like, cheers, mate, appreciate that. And then the guy will go, by the way, I'm a Man United fan. And they go, you're not, are you? And they have a little bit of banter about football.
And he went, fuck you!
And at no point did he go, my dad was a tool maker, and he made tools. And he'd said to me, I want you to be as working class as possible.
It's almost as if he was like the Steve Bruce kind of character, get you promoted, but he shouldn't be the Prime Minister.
I understand what you mean by that.
Do you know what I mean?
I think
he was the right man to sort of steer, the ship away from choppy waters, and get there. But he's just fallen foul of too many wrecks.
Would you be a Burnham man?
Burnham on Crouch. It's just all a bit. It just all seems very
do you feel the burn?
Tory pie, doesn't it? Just this kind of ambitious bullshit that.
It's a problem with your lefties. Problem with you lefties, though, isn't it? You fucking eat your own, don't you?
No, this is what the Tories were doing. This was the chaos of the fucking Tories for the last fucking 5 years. Just people just trying. You get 6 months, and then someone, a bigger fish starts to swallow you if you've not done stuff in time.
Yeah, but I think Burnham is the guy who can specifically fix the problems that Labour are bleeding out from at the moment, right? He can actually communicate with people. He could possibly he's got much more chance of getting voters back from Reform and the Greens than Starmer ever has. And I think he's got some big ideas as well. Starmer does nothing. He just does nothing.
Yeah, but then you just saw him there. He's like, I'm not bringing. Bearing in mind, the only people he has to satisfy are trade unionists and the Labour members to get to where he needs to be, and also win an election as well, or get into where he needs to be.
No, win a leadership contest, I guess.
Yeah. And so you're in a situation where he needs to speak to his own party effectively for a lot of this, and there's a lot of his own Labour stands, and he's basically going. Yeah, no, I might have said that, Brexit was a disaster, but, I don't want to, relitigate. You're going down the same fucking Starmer thing. Just fucking stand for something. Just say, I want to get back in the market. I want to, rejoin the fucking European Union, whatever. But just fucking stand for something, because, people just.
I think he should say that he wants to bring back mandatory COVID vaccines every 6 months.
Yeah. And just see how it goes. So if that's the worst, just give the right-wing press something, or just the press in general, and the left-wing papers don't sell any. Just give the press some chaff for them to chew over, really concentrate on. Going, I think we should kill babies, and it's so spurious and so stupid that they can just sort of get themselves in knots, and then they can get on with just actually running the country.
I think he should do something a little bit more clever than that. I think he should talk about cancelling the repeal of the Corn Laws and
also
abandon daylight savings.
Yeah. Bring back the gold standard. Have we still got that? I don't know. I don't actually know anything about it.
Yeah, just chuck a load of stuff. Just yeah. Everything from now on, guinea. In terms of a distance, is going to be measured in leagues and hands.
Yeah, and sheep length, general sheep length.
We're going to actually go back to we're not going to rejoin the EU, guys. So just relax. Yeah. We're going to go back to a medieval bartering economy.
Yeah, or at best the halfpenny, the halfpenny.
And then before you know it, when everyone's fucking concentrate on that, bang, he's done HS2.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
He's done it himself. He's got in his car. He's drove over there. Put some sleepers down. Put some sleepers down.
I'm all for it. Do you know what? I'm all for it because I'm just fed up of the fucking whole shit. I just think that Burnham looks like he might be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He legitimately.
He's got a limited mandate for 2 years.
And also it's I'm so disappointed in Starmer. I know the thing is, everyone does that whole Keir Starmer's a wanker thing, which I think is crap, and I don't want to be a part of it. But at the same time, I am disappointed in him.
But I think he's just not. You're not hiding to nothing anyway as a Labour leader because the press just will not give you any breath. But instead of having a historic mandate like he had with the landslide election that he took. Like, just fucking do something. They're going to hate you regardless. There's going to be AI memes of you by the fucking Crew Kern Gazette wanker, from here until,
You're always talking about him.
I'm obsessed with him. I think he's terrible. I think he's a terrible man. And I can't wait until AI is financially untenable for the normal dad on the street. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of AI. I'm tired of it.
Where do the dads go next, though?
Where do the dads go left? They probably have to learn how to fucking use Photoshop or something, like my dad did in the good old coal mining days.
By the way, the other week, slight change of subject, but the other week when people were talking about how X, formerly known as Twitter, has basically just turned into a kind of like AI generated like porn site now.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I don't really use it much. I actually tweeted the other day to go at Chris Sutton, but that's all I kind of do these days. And I noticed in my timeline, and I'm probably setting myself up for a fall here because it's obviously curated to me. But I honestly don't use Twitter that much.
If there's a football goal that I need to see that's just been scored, I'll go on Twitter, and that's the only reason I go on.
Yeah, that makes sense. But what I noticed, which was really interesting, was that there's loads of threads on there which are just old-fashioned, like 1980s stories used to get in porn mags.
What do you mean, like as in like Reader's Wives kind of stories? What, like kind of like I was delivering pizzas around about 9 p.m. All that business. What, just people telling sexy stories?
Yeah.
Well, what was the good one you read? What was the one that
Oh, I'd have to load it up. I didn't.
I've just loaded up Twitter there, and the first thing that's come up is still one of my favourite videos of all time, and it's the Not Like Reading man. Not Like Reading.
Oh, I love him. You won't let me do his voice though.
Don't do his voice. We're not allowed.
It's great. He's absolutely great.
It is great, and it loses so much saying Not Like Reading. Oh,
right. Look at this. Right. Look at this. Right. Okay. I just found a guy on Tinder with genuinely the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life, and I'm going to talk to you about it. That's literally on my timeline.
Who's this person?
And then some stuff about stuff about Phil Foden, and then
okay,
a bit of boxing, and then Donald Trump stuff, basically.
Right. Yeah. We got. I've got Lucas Paquetá.
But I was genuinely surprised to see the return of the porno story. Is what I'm saying. Because that used to be a staple of the porn mags back in the day.
It did, yeah, like sexy stories and
stuff.
And
the kids who are doing that now will feel like it's like an original thing, but it isn't.
Yeah. Okay, fine. There's a video here in Toronto. A man pulls up to stop a bike thief from getting beat up, and then the bike thief tried to steal his scooter, and so then he had to beat him up. He nearly got away with it.
I do really like the form of content which is man says something racist and then gets knocked out, or man starts fight like a bully in a takeaway restaurant and then gets knocked out, or man tries to assault woman and then gets knocked out. Yeah, the justice of those makes me feel very happy.
Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
The absolute apotheosis of that is the two guys in Eastern Europe somewhere who are trying to happy slap people.
Yeah.
Do you remember it? It's a video. There's like a MMA fighter or something with his girlfriend, and one of them happy slaps the girlfriend, and he absolutely toes them in, and they keep getting up, and he keeps knocking them down, and they keep getting up. It's unbelievable how you cannot believe how often they keep getting up.
Enjoyable, very, very enjoyable. Yeah, any justice videos like that. Cannot get enough of them. I've got to stop looking at Twitter now. I get very, very confused.
You should. Do you want a couple of emails before we go?
Yes, please. Let's do some emails for crying out loud.
All right. Do you want one about haunted dolls or train stations in the UK? I know which one.
Let's have one of each.
Okay. All right. I'll do the train station one first. It's from Ashley.
Yeah.
Hello, Ash. He says, his name is Ashley, but he signs it off Ash, so I'm going to call him Ash.
Yeah.
Hi there, Luke and the Pete. First time emailer, long time listener. Following your chat on the excessive number of train stations in the UK. I didn't say that it was excessive. I said it was impressive. I would think there should be more train stations, frankly. He says, I live in a small former mining village called Kiverton Park, which is located in between Sheffield and Worksop. With a population of roughly 7,000 people, the village is essentially one main road of about 2 miles, with a few housing estates on either side. Despite the small size of the village, we have 2 train stations. Kiverton Bridge in the middle of the village and Kiverton Park on the other end. These stations are no more than 1.5 miles apart. It's great stuff.
That's lovely to see. Bad planning.
It reminds me of when the UK was a industrial powerhouse.
And you could get away with 2 train stations a mile away from each other.
How many train stations are there in Hartlepool, Peter?
1, and we've recently got a second platform. All my life, up until the age of 43, there was only 1.5, I think, platforms. So the 1.5 that was trains that started in Hartlepool, but the other 2 would be going through from Middlesbrough to Newcastle. Now, if trains need to go the other direction, you basically had to close it off to the other direction, so it would just take longer because one train had to wait till the other one serviced the platform. But now we have a little bridge that goes over the top, and now we've got 2. We've only got 2 blooming platforms.
What a feel-good story!
What a feel-good story! That
to me screams VT on the One Show.
Yes, we've not had. It's just some people going, "No, I can get to make a bingo at night." I can't. I will be absolutely isolated if I do end up at Hartlepool train station because there aren't any buses after 6 o'clock. So I will be absolutely fucked if I take this one, and that'll be the whole thing.
I've got a vested interest because I grew up in the largest town in the UK without a train station, which is Gosport. 80,000 people.
That's an interesting
80,000
one,
people, no train station. But
not
used to have one.
by. You've got hovercrafts, haven't you?
It's no hovercraft from Gosport. You got a hovercraft from Southsea in Portsmouth, but you got a ferry across the harbour to Portsmouth, and you got obviously buses. But Gosport's a peninsula, so there should really, by rights, be a train station there.
I agree, completely.
But there isn't.
I've been there.
80,000 people, and listen, Ash has been in touch. 7,000 people, 2 train stations.
Grady,
come on,
give us one of your train stations.
Send one down this way,
Ash. Honestly.
All right, and what about this from Colin? Hello to you, Colin.
Hello, Colin.
Mad, there's a guy called Colin listening to the show. Isn't it? Is he an older gentleman, do you think?
Sounds like it. Colin, or unless it's Colin Quaver, the dog in a zoot suit that advertised Quavers in the 80s.
That's a very good reference. Dear Luke and Pete, Colin here from sunny Lanarkshire in Scotland, but a former 2-time resident of Portsmouth, brackets 2005-6 and 2014-16. I was enjoying your latest episode and you got onto the topic of haunted dolls and Luke's dislike of them. It instantly took me back to Chantel Originals on Elm Grove in Southsea. Please forgive me if you've discussed this before, but if not, you can't go further for a more haunted doll experience. I'm led to believe that the clothes they sold were of the highest bespoke tailored nature for children for formal events, very ornate items, but bugger me, the ever so spooky childlike mannequins in the windows they used to advertise them is spine tingling. I totally agree, and that shop is still there in the Cascades shopping centre in central Portsmouth.
Right,
Chantel Originals. They make these really ornate, really heavily detailed, quite expensive, which is strange because that part of Portsmouth is quite run down, like dresses for little toddler girls, basically.
Right, okay. Of Victorian children?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. After an enjoyable evening in the One-Eyed Dog, which is an indie pub there, you're wandering off to either scandals or chaos for your evening dancing. Just walking past Chantel's would put you on edge. You would be sure the mannequins were moving around watching you and made you feel like you were in a hyped-up version of The Shining. In writing this now, I've learnt that the place is now closed down. It's not. It's still alive. It's still open. Oh, Bruno's put in there it's closed in 2023. Okay. All right, fine. I was about to say, because last time I went to Cascades, it was definitely still open.
It survived COVID then.
But I wonder what they did with all the mannequins then, because like as Colin says, those childlike mannequins are silently haunting the back streets of Southsea.
In the sea.
Where are they now? Look on eBay.
Yeah, those. I would say those shops like that. You see, I think I always use the example of the puppet shop in Brighton. That screams of inherited freehold.
Yeah,
shop. Doesn't pay business rates and just pretends it's a house for business purposes and just sells a lot of stuff online. Really, incredible.
I often think that because, like, if you happen past like a shop in a small town and there's hardly anyone there, and it's say even like a corner shop or something,
yeah,
and there's just not the footfall to justify it. Is it just a situation where they own the building outright or something? They've got the trading license and they live above it, and so it just makes sense to open it every day. Is that what the situation is?
I guess so, yeah. You're already living there, so you may as well just, get a bell and then you run downstairs in your pants. Go, hello.
Hello, do you want a newspaper?
Do you want a puppet?
Or a puppet, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It does make you think.
Hard
Mind
work.
boggles. It does.
Hard work,
boggle.
commerce. Hard work,
All right,
commerce.
Peter, take us out of here, please, mate.
We'll be
I'm
back
gonna go play golf.
on... You're going to go and play golf. Haven't you hit the links for the first time? You're actually on a proper golf pitch.
Everyone who doesn't know anything about golf says
course.
that. It's not the links. The links is a particular type of golf course, usually on the
Oh,
coast.
well, sorry, Barry Woods, brother of Tiger Woods.
That's my golfing name, Barry Woods.
Barry Woods. Well, enjoy the swish of the metal and the clunk of the plastic with little rubber bands inside. And enjoy the
anymore,
scream of the four and the scream of the squirrels as it bonks the squirrel on the head. Mm-hmm. You've murdered my son, you bastard. He was the mayor of Squirrel Town, you bastard. How dare you fire balls at my mayor's son, my son, and the mayor of Squirrel Town. Fuck you, Luke Moore. Fuck you, terrorist.
Just a bum left. Just a squirrel's bum left.
We'll be back soon. Give us an email, will you? hello@lukepidshow.com, or else we have to do more stuff. Bye.
If you want to send your tributes to the mayor of Squirrel Town.
The mayor of Squirrel Town and son of a squirrel. That was going somewhere. I've had too many antihistamines. Probably would have been better if I hadn't done that.
Don't justify it. No, it's great stuff.
See it, say it, sorted.